I'm Miss Allison.
And I'm Miss Erin.
And welcome to
Simply Science.
Today we are going to discuss plants. So, your basic parts of a plant. We'll start with this one right here since it's pretty easy to see. And you probably recognize this. This is just some yard grass. We have some roots. We have the stem. We have leaves, and eventually, if it grew long enough, we would have some seeds. So those are your most basic parts of a plant, and flowers.
So now, Miss Allison, can you explain to us what each of those parts does?
Absolutely. So, roots are an extremely important part of a plant. This is actually an interesting root I'll show you. Roots hold our plants into the ground so they don't wash away, so they don't blow away. So roots are very important in keeping our plant in the ground. They're also extremely important for absorbing the nutrients and moisture in the ground or the soil and carrying it up the plant. Now our leaves, plants can't go to the grocery store like we can to buy their food. They do something even cooler. They make their own food.
How do they do that?
Right. So, plants use their leaves to collect sunlight, and they use that sunlight and convert it to food in a process called photosynthesis.
Now, what about the stem of the plant? Why does it need that?
So the stem holds the plant steady. Take a look at this one. This one has a solid stem. Holds the plant steady, helps it reach towards that sunlight because plants need sunlight. And it also is a good support for the leaves and the flowers.
So, Miss Allison went over the basic parts of a plant. There are also some pretty basic needs of a plant. So, every plant out there is going to need something to grow in. Typically, that's going to be soil, but there are some plants that will actually grow in other plants. So, mistletoe actually grows in other trees, which is totally weird and utterly fascinating.
Absolutely.
And there are plants that actually other plants that grow in trees, but they're going to be in a lot of your tropical areas and sometimes orchids actually. Now, the other basic needs of plants, you've got to have water, some type of moisture, you've got to have some type of sunlight, and you've got to have warmth. Now, there are one really cool type of plants that are carnivorous. Carnivorous plants grow in areas that don't have a lot of nutrients. So they've got to get their nutrients in another way. And they will actually eat bugs. So one of the best examples of that is actually a Venus flytrap. Miss Allison, will you help me to demonstrate a Venus flytrap?
Absolutely.
You are going to be the bug.
All right.
A Venus flytrap.
Can I ask you a question first, Miss Erin?
Yes.
What does carnivorous mean?
It means, well, I already said that they eat bugs. They're going to eat other stuff. They're going to eat bugs because they can't get enough nutrients from where they live. So we've got our leaves of our Venus flytrap.
All right,
And
here is our
here comes
insect.
a bug. So when a bug lands on it, this plant will actually fold its leaves up over top, and the bug gets trapped inside and digested. And once it's digested, the plant will open back up, and there's no more bug. So, how do you want to show them about pitcher plants too?
Sure. So pitcher plants are pretty cool because they grow in like a funnel shape.
So, same kind of thing happens. A bug comes, it lands on the side, and a pitcher plant's actually really slippery and has little hairs inside it. So when the bug lands on it, it's actually going to fall inside and get trapped.
It falls right in, and they actually produce a liquid that's almost like nectar. It kind of tricks the insects into flying in so it can eat them.
So thanks for tuning in this time. We'll see you again soon. Let us know what one of your favorite plants is.